highlight how good Pink has gotten. His progression this season alongside Anas has been unbelievable. I have not seen a more improved duo than Pink and Anas across this year, no doubt.
And the fluidity was probably the most impressive part about it all. In this clutch in particular, a solo against a duo, just absolutely wiping the floor there with Chico. And granted, a little bit of an unfortunate finish there, but you could tell that Pink, he was feeling it. He was feeling himself, and it's that kind of confidence that I think is really going to try and carry the momentum here.
We were losing it.
Yeah.
We were freaking out here, and as soon as it came to the 1v1 against Refsguard, we were ready for the full clutch in the Victory Royale.
Just not enough HP.
Yeah, I just missed out at the end there, but who else we got on this leaderboard? You know, I'm thinking guys like Queasy Vino as well. People who we see move up now 2 placements, right? And this is kind of the thing that a lot of the champions, a lot of the people who you're expecting your top 5 to do, they're not having one good game. Now they're getting into end game, second game. It'll be third, fourth, fifth, and you're just going to keep seeing it game after game.
One of the most impressive parts, though, about this duo is just you can see how tactical Queasy is with every single choice he's making throughout this lobby, because there were instances where when they had the high ground control, for example, Queasy actually chose to disengage, and I think a lot of players would really get caught up in the moment. They want to look for the finalization on that elim, but Queasy, he doesn't chase it. He knows if I can just maintain high ground control, if I can just fall back to wherever Vino was at, because Vino actually ended up losing that high ground to Refsguard and Fawn off push, so it's really impactful, I think, just for him to have that high-level understanding.
You see, you saw it say they disengaged, and they did. That was great, but they did commit a little bit too long, because that's actually what lost them high ground to Refsguard right there, which is a shame, but of course, hey, we got a bunch of games left for them to do good. Tayson and Chapix. How can we not? Again, there's so many highlights in this already. We saw them go off drop against X-Squeeze and Podicide. One,
Smoked.
straight, wiped, floor, done, sorry, you're gone. Then we saw them push ADN as well. Now, we're seeing them, what I think that was Krusty and Paco they fought. By the third zone, we're like 8, 9, 10, I don't know how many minutes, a bunch of minutes into the game at that point, and they already have 5 elims starting strong. If they want to win a championship, while being contested off spawn, they have to do stuff like this where they make the most of those games that they do win against X-Squeeze.
Yeah, Chapik's taking that 10th place from you on Twitter a little bit personally.
I hope so.
Like, because he has just been on fire here. 5 elims as well to boot. It's just a really impressive start for this duo.
I'm telling you, you're talking about their place in 10th. I predicted them in 10th overall, but I have a tweet ready for if they come first. Okay.
I like to see that. We
Back
still
up.
have a little bit before we jump on that bus.
Yeah.
How are we feeling after just 2 games, right? It's still kind of a little bit too early to tell, but I want to get your thoughts after the first 2 games.
I think we're starting to see the trends now, right? Some of the top teams, Queasy, Vino, Tayson, doing highlight moments, continually being there, being in the discussion again. You know, we're probably going to see some of the teams who've had 1 or 2 good games start to drop out as the day starts to go on, as we usually do in a 2-day format.
And again, with 12 rounds total, it is definitely difficult to maintain a certain type of pacing, but the one that's been established so far, it's rapid, it's quick, it's all of these duos moving seamlessly at once just to try and find any sort of advantage that they can.
So many of these duos, they're ready, right? They're ready to go. They're turning it on. This is what Finals has to offer. And now what we have to offer is game number 3. So let's get into it.
Game 3.
Thank you very much, Zeke, Taco, and Reese. What a breakdown that was, and what a break in the games it has been. I feel like every single time we head into that endgame, we never know what we're really going to get. And I can just promise you that in game 3 is going to be much more of the same top-level Fortnite action.
I mean, in the finals, you never really know. There's so many amazing players in the same lobby competing that anybody can take home a match, especially when we have players like Tayson and Chapix being contested. Reset it himself. They have to make the most out of their matches. When they get to the end game, they have to be able to pop off, because if you go down early, that's a 0-point match. You have 12 matches to be played out. So alongside some 0-point matches, you need those big games.
Yeah, and if anybody can, it's going to be those 2. They've just been in such top form all season long. And I think even them will be wishing they would have had it uncon, because if they did, it would have been scary and not for them. The rest of the lobby would have been in tatters if it wasn't for that. But, of course, the chance is always going to be there. They will have to hope, though, some of these other teams that have started off incredibly well will start to drop off, though.
Right. If these teams are able to stay consistent at the end of these matches, we'll see the leaderboard. I mean, we'll kind of, after day 1, you can get a sense of what day 2 is going to be like, but everything can change. And now we're going to be changing to the match because these players are ready. The bus is ready. Let's get into it.
Let's get right in. We got the battle bus loaded with players. all hungry to try and either redeem themselves after game 2 or look to do more of the same in game 3. The Fire Hunter and Syned currently sitting in 24th place. What is the path to moving up in the standings for this team? A lot of it will be revolving around staying alive and getting surged. Oh, dearie me. Chapix takes out Xsui, but on the side.